I just decided like I'm tired of living my life out of my suitcase. So I quit. I got out, hopped off the road, just started building stuff in my house.
I always tell people when you go high ticket, it's way better than you go small product. Like high ticket, it's a harder sell, but when you get it, it's so much.
When I posted on social media and people started seeing what I could do, at first it was a hobby. It was just like, these just a few people wanna pay me for stuff. I just decided like, hey, this could be a full-fledged business.
We like the feeling of knowing that our work is in somebody's house for the rest of their life.
One of the biggest lessons is coming down on my price.
You either gotta have the skill or you gotta hire the skill. Hey, welcome to a brand new episode of the Woodpreneur podcast. This is your host, Steve. Today's guest is Jared Foster, also known as J. Paul the Carpenter. How you doing, man?
Chilling, man. What's happening with you?
How's everything going?
Everything going pretty good, man. Just over here getting to it, getting to work.
Awesome. Hey, why don't you tell me your origin story? How'd you get started in the wood game?
Man, so honestly, it's kind of crazy. I actually moved to Atlanta and I was on tour with an artist here for about a year and a half, 2 years. Was kind of tired of being on the road and, went to him. Me and him talked a little bit and I just decided like I'm tired of living my life out of my suitcase. So let me go ahead and figure something else out. So I quit. I got out, I hopped off the road and just start building stuff in my house. I started, building stuff with pallets, a lot of pallets and stuff that we had laying around the neighborhood. I would pick some up and friends would see some at work and I would just go pick them up and, whatever. So I would make desks and I made some TV stands with the LED lights behind it and, just different things, just being creative. I'm a huge creative. So, just start being creative. And after that, my now wife, then girlfriend, she asked me to make her a daybed swing, and she asked that I know how to do it. Well, first she asked me to make some handrails, and I said yeah, and I did not know what the heck I was doing. Just trying to impress her a little bit. So I made those, and then I made the swing, and I posted that on social media. And just in about a week, people just started hitting me up, just asking me to build stuff. And I really didn't know what I was doing. I just kept saying yes. Um, I got some knowledge, a lot of knowledge of building and assembling things from working at Vault Aircraft years ago. I used to build military airplanes, so the Gulfstream 4 and 5, the C-17, the Black Hawk helicopter, the Global Hawk airplane, spy plane. Actually, one of my Global Hawk spy planes was one of the ones that saw Osama bin Laden years ago. So
Okay.
yeah, man.
You said saw. Yeah.
Right, right.
So you go with your
crazy
hands.
over the top. Yeah.
You go with your hands. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
That's awesome. So you started building stuff. And
Yep.
how did it become a business?
So it became a business because, like I said, when I posted on social media and people started seeing what I could do, at first it was a hobby. It was just like, these are just a few people wanna pay me for stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I just decided like, hey, this could be a full-fledged business, and I just started to buy the tools that I needed to make it a full-on business. And yeah, that's just pretty much how it started. Just clients just kept coming, word of mouth. I never had to market anything for 6 to 7 years. I've never had to really market anything
Sick.
other than social media. So yeah.
What's the main product service? What do you mainly build?
So mainly, for the longest, for like 5 years, it was just daybed swings. Like that's all I was doing for the longest. And a lot of friends and a lot of people around Atlanta just started calling me the porch swing king. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, I'll be that. And that's just what I was doing for the longest, selling them without cushions and just selling people the swings, sending them over to Etsy and letting them buy their own cushion covers and go get a mattress or whatever. Um, and then after that, it became tables. And then after that, I um, got with a really well-known contractor, general contractor here. in Atlanta, and he showed me the ropes as far as like just being a contractor, general contractor. And I just started doing that.
That's so cool, man. And how big is the team right now? What does the business look like on a day to day?
So honestly, I mean, there's maybe I have two people as of right now hired on, like part time with Porch 959 or J Paul the Carpenter, and then I have like six different contractors, six different contractor teams that I go to and sub.
Hey, Steve Larzaliere here. Sorry to interrupt this great episode of the Woodpreneur podcast, but I want to let you know that we are just releasing our latest training. And over this training, I go over how I helped generate $200,000 and 300 leads for clients. And during this 45-minute training, we will go over the frameworks, the strategies, and the concepts that you need to scale from 6 figures to 7 figures, or even just get started. These are the building blocks that I've seen help wood, lumber, furniture, millwork companies grow and scale. So I've been hearing it lots of times, like, I just need a training, I need a training, I need a training. So we finally put it together. So wherever you're consuming this, just click the link in the description and you'll be able to access it.
Love things out when I'm doing home renovations. So I'm actually about to start a renovation on Monday and then another one next week. So
what's been a challenge in your model?
Man, one of the challenges has been, especially in the beginning, was me feeling like I had to be the one building everything. But like I said, I'm a creative. So also designing things, designing the tables, designing the desks, designing the theater room or whatever. Like that's still me creating. And then getting a chance to go inside somebody's house and show these people my vision, show these contractors and the people that are working for me my vision, and we come in together and make the thing look great. So again, like I said, the challenge was me feeling like I needed to touch every piece and every part of everything. So I can't hear you.
Where are you originally from?
Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Very cool.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate your flavor and your swagger in the wood industry.
Appreciate it, man.
It's cool.
Appreciate it.
And at what point did you start doing deals with like Timberland and that sort of stuff and getting on television? Like
yeah. It was actually last year. And it's crazy. I mean, it was just within a year, things just started happening. So I went to a conference here in Atlanta called Workbench Con. Shout out to Workbench Con. Shout out to Christy. So I went to Workbench Con and I just saw other people making money in other ways rather than just, busting their butt trying to build every day. And I was like, man, let me try to see if I can do that. So I put together a one sheet.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to Workbench Con and was passing it out to Home Depot and everybody. And it was like a little flyer. It was like a little club flyer. I come from the music, from the music realm, so it looked like a little club flyer. And it had my face, right? Had my face on the front and all my info on the back. And Home Depot reached out. Kills Primer reached out. And then, I just started doing those brand deals. And I reached out to Timberland Pro myself because I was like, man, I really want to work with somebody. So I knew a whole bunch of people working with Carhartt. So I wanted to work with Timberland Pro. They said they were down, and we got started with that. The TV show happened because I did a partnership with Kills Primer. I did a blog for them. They said my blog was the most viewed blog that they had on their website in a long time, and they just asked me to be a part of the TV show.
That's so sick. That's so sick. How do you keep upgrading and elevating your skills?
Man, talking to different people. Like I have a few woodworking carpenter friends here in Atlanta, and we just challenge each other. I got a friend who loves joinery, and I'm like, I hate joinery. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But to be able to gain that skill, and I just go over his house and hang out for a little bit. We talk over a couple beers or a couple drinks, or I mean, I'm not drinking right now, but we talk and
Yeah.
have fun, and and he just shows me a couple things. I show him a couple things, and we keep it going that way. And
That
of course, social media.
and social media. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Where'd you like to take your business?
man, I'm trying to be one of the most well-known um, general contractors slash woodworkers in this side of the United States.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like between
Yeah.
Texas and Atlanta, I really want to take over Texas and Atlanta. I mean, I have, like I said, my mentor now is the most well known general contractor in Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, the stuff that he does, I'm like, man, I really want to do that stuff. So now I'm going to
Sounds
get
like the
my
home
GC
stuff, right?
license.
Like really
Yeah.
really delving into the home stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I like that. I like that because I always tell people when you go high ticket, it's way better than you go small product. Like high ticket, it's a harder sell, but when you get it, I mean, it's so much,
Yep.
and it because you learn so much, you make more money, and the impact is way bigger because you know the feeling when you make something out of your
Yeah.
hands and you give it to
Yeah.
somebody and they're like, "Oh my God, it's like they got the best gift ever because you
Yep.
made it and it was you."
Yep.
And next thing you know, like you're making something big, a house, a renovation, a built-in, like those are like next level. Um, because I almost feel like woodworkers, I don't even want to say this, but like we like the feeling of knowing that our work is in somebody's house for the rest of their life.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
for sure,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's great, man. So delving into more home building, GC, bigger projects, that's the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I want
yeah.
to continue doing swings. I just
Mm-hmm.
like swings. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on family, so I like, seeing a whole family sitting on a daybed swing, a full size daybed swing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and they can hang out, eat breakfast, whatever on the daybed swing. So I want to still do that. I want to still do tables, but home renovations is my next thing.
Well, talk to me about the one of the biggest sort of lessons that you got out of running your business so far.
One of the biggest lessons. One of the biggest lessons is coming down on my price for
Mm,
somebody.
mm.
Um,
No bueno.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, because people, I mean, even if you come down on your price, people are still expecting. I mean, and you still want to put, your full effort into this project.
Yeah.
But people are expecting the world when you come down on the price, but they don't understand. Like coming down on the price for you means I have to use cheaper material.
Yeah.
So if instead of using white oak, now I got to use, I mean, poplar. You know what
Pine.
I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it doesn't look as good. The grains don't look as good. So it's just certain things. Like, yeah, that was the biggest lesson for me. I'm just like, no, this is my price. My price is my price. I want to give you the best thing that I can give you. And I want other people to see this thing and want to come and
Mm-hmm.
shop with me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you were you were a music artist before.
Hmm.
How have you brought that sort of experience into the wood industry?
Well, I did an EP not too long ago. Well, it was 3 years ago now. And I just wanted to show people, a day in the life of a woodworker.
Okay.
And give them a movie of being at home, going to the lumber yard, going to the shop, and then coming back home.
Mm-hmm.
And show people like you can be fully creative. I made a
Yeah.
post not too long ago about just me being fully creative. I'm a creative in all ways. I
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
movies, I like film, I like music, I like woodworking. So I just
Yeah.
want people to see all of that, and then just bring in the style of and the fashion from music. I like shades. This is actually these are my prescription glasses that I wear all the time on stage.
Yeah.
But I also have a chance to wear them while I'm doing woodworking, and they protect my eyes too.
Yeah.
So yeah, and just bringing the fashion in. So yeah,
That's cool. That's cool.
yeah, man.
So this is a part of the podcast where I give you any marketing or business advice. So is there anything that you need help with, or anything that you any challenges that I could you get an extra set of eyes and ears on?
Let's go with scaling.
Scaling. Okay. What's the question?
So my question for you is, with what you've done in the industry, how have you been able to scale your business to the point to where you are either not touching anything and still selling and proud of your pieces
Yeah.
as much as you were, or you are minimally touching things?
Yeah. Yeah. So so that's a good question. So the companies that I've helped, and even in my own business, one of the things that I've seen is it's a skill. You either gotta have the skill or you gotta hire the skill of
Yep.
being able to bring on a team.
Yeah.
And part of that is having a visionary mission and a vision for your company so that you can start to attract the right talent to your company.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? But it's a muscle that you need to develop. One needs to develop in order to start outsourcing and scaling. So like, my first question is, do you have an admin, a virtual assistant, or an assistant in your company?
I have an assistant. I now have an assistant. At first, it was just my wife, and she was, helping me answer emails and stuff. Now I have an assistant who answers emails and takes phone calls and whatever.
And she's full-time or part-time?
Part-time.
Part-time. Okay.
Yep.
So the first thing is like figure out how to get her to full-time and have you only focused on like the things that move the company forward. So what are the 3 things that move your company forward that only you are the best at? What do you think those are?
Selling.
Okay, what else?
Quality control.
Making sure that everything's happening. And then what else?
And I guess that goes along with selling, but making each customer feel like, making each client feel like I want their space and their product to look just as good as they want it to look. That's selling.
Yeah, so it almost feels like you want to drop in and make people feel special because you're the visionary, you're the designer, right?
For sure.
And so for me, I think your model is you're the visionary, you're the designer, and you need a really good project manager.
Yeah.
That is super high touch and is keeping you informed. And so I would but you're doing that now. You're the project manager. And so what I would, but you're not a project manager. There's somebody out there that is way better than you at being a project manager. So I would get everything down on paper, and your next big project, hire a project manager.
Okay.
That's it, because that person's going to free you up. The second thing is people don't actually think that they can scale with technology.
Yeah.
So are you using a project management system?
I'm not.
Yeah. That will give you so much more. So if you have a good project manager and a project management system, it's going to save you 20 to 30 hours a week. Now, what can you do with 20, 30 hours a week?
Hang out with family.
Yeah, hang out with family. You know, go on inspiration trips, network, meet more mentors. I mean, Atlanta's blowing up. It's still continuing to blow up. There's lots of projects and home builders and opportunities that you can be connected with. And so, like, I think that's that's how you start to gain. But like, the first thing is your selling down packed right now? Like, is your selling process, like, do you have a lot of leads coming in?
Yeah.
And so you're going out quoting, doing that sort of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So it feels like the bottleneck is removing yourself from the building.
Right.
And the project management, so that you're talking to a client once a week, but they're talking to your project manager more, and your project manager is communicating with your subs and everybody else.
Yep.
So that's probably the path that I would do. Okay. One thing that I would do you like your assistant? Your assistant's probably going to listen to this.
Yeah.
If she's part-time, potentially start training her up on being a part-time project manager.
Okay.
So part-time assistant, and maybe you just call her chief of staff, because chief of staff sounds like a dope title, right? So chief of staff, and you like find an online course for her for project management, for construction, general contracting. Put her in there if you feel like investing in it. Tell her to watch a bunch of YouTube videos. Tell her to come up with a plan yourself. And that's what I would do. I would, like, if you have that, you have leverage already. You have somebody that you like, you trust her, invest in her more. So 20 hours a week, she's doing your assistant stuff. The other 20 hours she's doing and then you're training her. You're training her because she may not be the long term, but she'll have the knowledge set, and then she can go. And when you buy yourself more time, you get more projects, she can go out and hire and train the next project manager.
Dope.
That's what you need. That's gonna take you to multiple seven figures when you have project managers.
Yeah.
That's what you need. Because right now you're too bogged down. And knowing, like, in the 20 minutes that we've been talking, you're creative. You're an obsessive, detailed creative who wants to get their vision out. You need an action taker that's going to make that happen. And that's your bottleneck. Is that helpful?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense.
Awesome. Yeah, I would. And the biggest thing, the other thing, and find a good project management system. Like have one of your assistants make recommendation on 3 construction project management systems for your business.
No.
And just and have her be like the supreme person, because next thing you know, you're on a project, you're able to look at your phone and be like, all right, this is where this project is, and be like, cool, sign here, right? Like your technology is gonna take you further. And so for me, that's what I would do next. Is that helpful?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Appreciate that.
Awesome. Yeah. Cool. So tell everybody how they can get in touch. What's your website, Instagram?
Got you. Everything is J. Paul the Carpenter. So my website is jpaulthecarpenter.com. My social media, my Instagram is J. Paul the Carpenter. My threads is J. Paul the Carpenter. Everything is at J. Paul the Carpenter. I also have my other website that I'm gonna start, using more, Porch 959, PORCH 959.com, and also PORCH 959 on social media.
Awesome. If
you want to email me, you can email me at jpaul, JPAUL, at porch959.com.
Awesome. Jared, thank you so much for taking the time to share your story. I'm excited to get your story out, and it's going to inspire people. I'm glad that we connected, man.
For sure. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you having me on.
Take care. All right, take care.
Yeah, you
Bye.
too.